I think all football fans should unite.
100%. And I also think that all the YouTube content creators should unite and do the same.
Dangerous for English football. We must not forget that.
GlazersOut,
They tried to
all
walk
scream and
away from a
shout.
close shot
Join me
lead.
now, brothers.
Would have basically
Let's
created
unite this fight.
a famine in this country.
For 18 years, United fans has been protesting against the Glazers. We're not going away until we're sold. We won't be ignored. We won't go away. This is just the beginning. This is just the start. Green and gold until we're sold. We are united all over the world. This is how we will play.
Ownership. You get a few idiots. I'm going back further since when I was a kid.
18 years we had it rough. Glazers, we had enough. Fucking hell.
Partly because people who are classed as fit and proper persons are allowed to take over football clubs. I don't believe that they are.
You won't have that.
Ah, fuck that shit.
We want GlazersOut, we want GlazersOut. We want GlazersOut, we want GlazersOut.
Good morning, good afternoon, people. Mufc Realist TV. How we all doing today? It is protest day. We all remember last year the Liverpool protest. Today, I hope it's going to be a seismic moment, even bigger than the Liverpool protest, but in a peaceful protest in certain ways. For all of you, big up for tuning into this channel, supporting the overall protest. We are a global fan base wherever we are in the world. And this is the way we can contribute if we're not being on the ground, on ground zero in Manchester at the moment. It's collective. We can all get together and watch and get live feeds through the protest. For me today, it's not about the game. It's about sending the message out. If it's the last hooray, it's the last to send the clowns out and the circus out of town. It's definitely, we are linked to the Twitter spaces. We are broadcasting this on Twitter. This is going to be a call-in show. If you want to call in and have your say, it's open mic. The link is in the video description as well. Also, if you go in the chat, there's on the Q&A, you have the link as well. If you want to call in, have your say. You don't have to have your camera on. You can just have, you know, your say as well. But yeah, I'm checking in with people on the ground. Hopefully, we're gonna get some live feed, people calling in as well. Looking at what's going on now, I have some real good live feeds coming in, some videos from the protests now as we speak.
It's gonna die. How we kill him, I don't know. Cut him up from head to toe. All I know is Glazers gonna die. Gonna die. Gonna die. Go Glazers, gonna die.
Big up. This is videos coming in as we speak. Constantly, we're going to get some video uploads. We're going to hopefully get some live feeds from people on the ground. Let's go to the comments because I see there is about 112 of you tuned in. Wow, this is going to be a massive show. It's not about football for me today. It's all about some Peter saying full sail. Big up, Peter. Another Peter Griffin saying big day United. 2 winning performances require protests to get rid of the Glazers completely and defeat the Villa to cement top 4. Yeah, 100% Peter. It is 2 seismic moments today. If we win against Villa, we definitely will cement top 4 at least. But it's all about the green and gold until we're 100% sold, right? And I've been adamant to say that, you know, keep your powder dry. Don't listen to the media spin, what they're trying to say. It's only confusing you, right? What the focus is right now is just send off the Glazers with a big bang hooray, you know what I mean? Because together we can send multiple rings splash on the water all the way to the USA, you know? So I personally would love to travel. I'm in Sweden broadcasting at the moment in Sweden, so it is difficult for me to travel at the moment. But what I can do is to contribute to let you know that this broadcast is not monetized. There's no ads, nothing. I'm not going to profit out of this. You know, it would be criminal to do so. It's all about to get the message across to unite as a global fan base. So wherever you're calling, wherever you are from, drop a like, drop where you're from in the description in chat. 100%. Peter Griffin again. Sorry, man. I'm just going through this. I'm just totally alone in this studio. Let's see, Jolly Malim, to be 100% sure to get top 4, we do need 72 points. Yes, hopefully, Jolly, we will. I had a dream to have 80 points, to break that 80 points tally that Jose Mourinho broke a couple of years ago. So we need to win 4 more games. 100%, 100% Jolly. If not, there will be a big chance that Liverpool will catch us. Nah, not the Scousers, mate. No. We don't talk about the Scousers here. I do not think that they will owe us again this season. No, they will not. No. So big up to all of the early birds that was queuing in for this comment. And Vortex is saying Glazers out, Glazers out. Yeah, keep shouting those Glazers out. Keep spreading that message. Keep being loud wherever you are in the world, like on every social media platform. You know, this is our big hooray. This is like, you know, our contribution, what we can do. You know, they're not going to get away with this. 100%. Glazers out again, Glazers out. There's a lot of Glazers out for you, Vortex. Thank you. Counting at least 10 of you. Mufc Schumer, Freddie, Glazers out. Big up, Glazers out. Yeah, there's a lot of Glazers out. Yeah, Sir Ratcliffe out. Yeah. We're going to talk about that Sir Jim Ratcliffe bit, but, you know, as well, if you want to tune into these spaces as well, I forgot it's called. Let me see. What is it called? I'm in it right now. It's called Live, the United Protest on Spaces, if you have Twitter. But let's see. Let's see how big this protest is. Mr. Jolly is saying, let's see how this protest will be if the match gets stopped. Depends on Jolly if it's a peaceful protest or as we had in the Liverpool. I'm joined by a brilliant Irish gentleman, Killian. How are you doing, Killian, mate?
Good afternoon, mate. How are you?
Top of the morning to you. It's a big day, mate. It's a big day. Just going over this chats like this, but hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. And this is what it's all about, Killian. Like, you know, you've been sitting on the spaces as well.
Yeah.
I'm so proud to see, like, you know, the live streams coming through, the videos. I mean, it's louder than ever. Like, you know, the Liverpool protest, of course, was massive, right? And that was very successful, Killian. But this one, I feel it's going to be a 9.0 on the Richter scale.
and the rest, mate. Yeah, no, today's a monumentous day for us United fans worldwide, not just in Manchester and across the board in regards to the UK and Great Britain, but everywhere. Like yourself, where are you based?
I'm based in Sweden at the moment, mate.
Very good. Like,
I haven't been to Old Trafford for 7 years. Just not to. Everything I buy is counterfeit. You know this. Yeah. Just AliExpress and all that stuff. I just spent 5 months in Thailand as a digital nomad, and I bought all my cap and all this, like in Thailand. Just not the sponsor Glazers.
Not a cent to the Glazers, pal. Not a cent.
Not a cent. So, me, typical. I've been going on the away games like Europa and where we were playing. I was in Bangkok on the Bangkok tour when I was there, and I saw Erik ten Hag, like the first glimpse of Erik ten Hag, and I saw this guy. It's a mini Sir Alex Ferguson in the making, like, you know.
Yeah, it's exciting times, and I think that's why it's so important for us to make this breakthrough in regards to new owners. You know, like each to their own. Whoever wants their gym, that's your own opinion, and whoever wants the Qataris, that's your own opinion as well. But what we can all agree on is that we want the Glazers out in full capacity, regardless of who owns the club. And I think that's, like, we're looking at 18 years of hurt, pain. This cancer needs to leave now, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the circus been in town for 18 years, and just pack up and go, take your clowns with you, right? Peter is saying here, Peter Jeric, step aside, Jimmy, let us have Full Sail. Yeah, I mean, we've been covering this, and, you know, we can discuss this till you get blue in your face. And, you know, I am 100% sure that this has been media spin, nothing else. And I expected this to happen, right? Because now the journals that you're seeing have certain KPIs, editorials, they are pressured to write stories. Just don't fall for it, right? Manchester United is the biggest scoop. This sale is the biggest scoop of the century, and everyone is using it to be first, to break the story. But the one there they actually heard in Kylian is the fragile fan base that wanted this to happen for the 18 years. Now, I spoke to numerous occasions. I had 2 hours conversation, 1 hour conversation the other day with Phil Brown as well, and he said, like, Mick, he said to me, you know what? If you asked me like 1 year ago with Sir Jim Ratcliffe and this situation, I would take it. And I say, yeah, 100% we would. But now we are in a situation where we fans can do due diligence on the owners, right? And comparing their bids. We have the right to do so, right? And we have the right to voice our opinions, to say, well, hang on a second, mate. You are looking to first, in terms of your manifesto, to invest in Manchester community, and then you come up with such a bid like this, according to the press. It does not add up, Kylian. It does not add up. If you're a Manchester boyhood fan, you grew up just a stone throw away from, Old Trafford. You know this community. You know what this protest is all about. Why the hell would you go in and say, well, Joel and Avram staying with 20%? It doesn't add up, Kylian. For me, it's just media spin.
Yeah, no, unless in any capacity, if the Glazers are still in this club in any capacity, that's a no. Whether it's Sir Jim, whoever it is, it just can't happen. It's not an option. Now,
it's not an option.
If
but it's either maybe an ego from his side as well, because when his solicitor was apparently last week, they were like, a little bit cocky to say, well, we're confident we're going to get it, because the offer probably, if this is true, they throw the last dice to say, well, we cannot outbid Sheikh Yassim. Nobody can, to be honest. The Qataris got deep pockets. They're not looking for return on investment. They're looking to protect their assets. They have invested billions, right, already around Manchester, and they bidding for the Manchester airport, and around Old Trafford there's land bank assets as well that belongs to Manchester United PLC. So when you look at the overall evaluation, and this is what I said about Mike Keegan yesterday, like, Mike Keegan has been kind of okay in his reporting, but it's just been a circus from Sky Sports and everyone, and just flip-flopping. And unless you're sitting there with the two bids in your hand, how can sorry, we are allowed to swear because we're not monetized today. How the fuck can you then go out and say this evaluation is bigger than the other, but 3 hours earlier you came out to say mega bid from Sheikh Yassim? I just want to clarify something that, if you go back into my podcast with Paul White, that goes back 3 weeks ago, I mentioned already that the bid from Sheikh Yassim is about $7.3 billion US. And there wasn't a third bid from Sheikh Yassim whatsoever. They already put that bid in prior to the Ramadan. That's the thing, right? So what you've been seeing is that, what do you call it, the process where you have the exclusivity to negotiate, which is leading to the letter of intent. And letter of intent is sort of, okay, it's kind of a checkbox, Kylian. It's where you, what about this? What about that? What about this? So it's been kind of 4 weeks of going back and forth. It's multi-billion-dollar deals. So it just calls a due diligence checklist, if you know what I mean. So what media has been reporting is they setting the targets like it's a transfer window, right? It's not correct. It's never been a linear process, but it's also given the time for them to say, hey, Sir Ineos, rat, what you going to do about it? It's all about gamemanship at the end of the day, right? And this is probably also leaked out from the Qatari camps, who actually appointed the PR team that was the PR team firm for the Premier League, right? So both sides are using the PR teams to sort of smear campaign the other, like, to win the fans on the side. And it's clear and obvious.
Yeah, let's not forget, this is potentially the biggest, most expensive takeover for a sporting's franchise ever.
It is.
You're going to get dirty tactics or smear campaigns from both sides. It's just the nature of the beast.
It's like a US election.
Let's not go there.
But you know what I'm talking about.
You're right, yeah.
It is, throwing like the dirt on each other. So in a way, but what people also missing out is when Mike Keegan, I tweeted back on him to say, look, you know what? What do you mean by evaluation is higher? You got to look at the overall package and what the sweetening deal is as well, right? So, rest assured that, Qatar is offered like, endless of opportunities to break into the Qatari market. Like, there's a lot of things that's going on because Qatar is looking at a contingency. Oil and gas will eventually perish, right? So you got to look at what Dubai has done as well. Dubai doesn't have any oil and gas anymore, so they relying heavily on tourism and stuff like that. So for them, it's more of a contingency in terms of, hey, we hosted the FIFA World Cup. Yeah, we built a lot of infrastructure, metros, railroad. Now we want to continue doing this, like with NBA, basketball, cricket, and all that stuff. So just go back in timeline, Killian. Like you saw the Glazers were mingling around in Qatar. What the hell were they doing there? Promoting, doing certain
I
things?
think
No,
we
they
can
were
guess.
offered. No, definitely they offered them something that they couldn't resist. So if you put your logic hat in reasoning, like, if you were the Glazers, right, and I said like, okay, I'll let you to stay with your brother, right, with 20%, you will not have any voting rights, right, because the minority shareholder will decide what you want to do. You will not be able to take any dividends at all, as what you used to do. So you're just basically doing what Malcolm Glazer did prior to the leverage takeover 2005. You have a minority investment, and this you can see grow. And I say like, okay, or Qatar comes and says, here's $7.3 billion on the table, and I offer you like, multiple deals that you can do in Qatar, like, which will generate you billions and billions of dollars. Like, we will give you the beIN Sports rights in terms of broadcasting. When we have games here, like, you will have exclusivity rights. That's mega deals, right? What would you do? Would you be a potato farmer to take the seeds, hopefully put it in the ground, and hopefully like let it rain? Hopefully crops can fail, because if you're a minority investor, everything is barring how the club is performing, right? Or would you take that mega deal like the sweetener to say that here's 7 billion, clear the debt, and we offer you, multi-million dollars of business deals, like opportunities? And by the way, which one would you take, in logic speaking? I mean, you don't have to be a businessman.
Yeah, no, you see, that's the thing. If the Qataris is, that's the thing with the Qataris. If it's not just the deal to take over and replace the Glazers as new owners of Manchester United, it's also future deals for the Glazers. So for the Qataris to come so far in this long drawn out process and to come up short, and for the Glazers to choose Sir Jim, can't see that happening personally. No. I think that's financial suicide in regards to the Glazers' future prospects and dealings.
Yeah.
So that's one aspect people need to remember as well.
Yeah.
Although, of course, Sir Jim isn't out of the race; he's still there. It's a fight to the end, and we'll see when it ends. But
let's just get that out of the water. Like, let's do analogies. I like doing an analogy so everyone can understand, because one thing is clear, that we've been educated people, like people didn't understand what financial curves and assets and everything else. So one thing that this has led to, that more of the global fan base is now being educated in finance degree, an MBA, right? Jokes aside, but you said that Manchester United is the beautiful red Ferrari, right? Okay. You can buy this beautiful red Ferrari, but you got to have the fuel to continuously fuel it, to be part of the race and to compete like an F1, right? Now, I would say that Sir Jim, he's got a lot of assets tied into, but he can buy this Ferrari and he can take a little bit of a credit loan, but how are you going to run this Ferrari in the long run, right? Well, you look at the Qataris, they have natural resources, endless of gas and petrol, and they don't look to take anything out of the club, at least. So if you're the Glazers, what would you take? Because at the end of the day, it's the Glazers going to choose, right? We know that Darcy Glazers and all the four of them wants to sell. They don't want anything to do with the club. It's just the two brothers, like, which is Malcolm and Abram, right?
Yeah, that's a good point that you made there. And in respect to the two at the top, Joel and Avram, and then you have the siblings. Now, if you're a sibling and you're being offered $1 billion each,
Oh yeah.
or the two lads stay with Sir Jim, you think how many feathers you think are going to be ruffled? And if you're a sibling and you've been offered 1 billion, which one would you take?
I would take $1 billion, 100%.
So would I.
And I will retire. I will buy myself a Caribbean island somewhere. You know,
You and me both.
just a message from Viking football. Big up, mate. Don't cross the line and cause violence. Don't incriminate yourself. 100%. Just keep it civil, guys. And I hope they do. You know, and hopefully we see a game of football. But I heard the Sky Sports not freaking broadcasting, which is a shambles, right? Good luck, yeah, Wiseman. No to Sir Jim. I think this is a lot of people saying no to Sir Jim, right?
I think, if I can, sorry for interrupting. So the thing with no to Sir Jim, okay, is it's purely because we're talking about Sir Jim came in first in regards to the rumor started circulating about Sir Jim, okay, and everyone wanted Sir Jim because we thought he wanted to get the club on his own, blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden a financial juggernaut enters the frame, changes the scene completely, you know. And that's the reason. I think that's part of the reason why there's a lot of conflict, because with the Qataris you're talking about astronomical, endless opportunities in regards to the future of the club and where it goes for the foreseeable future. And you know that the Qataris will be there for years to come. And then, but with Sir Jim, you're not quite sure. But I think that's the problem. Once Qatar entered the race, and as I said,
they will not lose the race.
A financial monster.
They are financial monster. Here's the thing, right? I've been living in the region for past 10 years, right? Until I moved out, right? And one thing is for sure, and even Riz, that's working for ICD in Dubai as well, knows that once one of these Dubai or Qatari enters a race and announces publicly, there's no way they're going to back out. They have the cash, but they're not going to take it being taken to the cleaners. So basically in gamemanship, when you do bidding, and you know, I've been part of a lot of tender processes, well, you don't go in like, you know, pull your pants down all in, right, straight away. So you're playing poker, right? But you have the ability to wait. So Rainy Group would definitely, because they're there to squeeze out as much money as possible. But I'm telling you, there's no way they will lose, because they bought PSG on a simple purpose to get the World Cup. And what is that telling you? You know, if you want something, you're willing to pay for it. Yeah, but you don't show your hand. And anyone that's been dealing with this, with locals, Qataris or Emiratis, they're not stupid. They will squeeze you to the last penny. They're very hard to negotiate with. I had bosses that were Emiratis, to be honest.
Because they've had the feeling that Qatar will be taking over.
Oh.
But they believe.
Sorry, that's the space.
Throwing out the PR now.
That's Paul speaking.
The best offer on the table
Paul White.
Because he knows that the Qatar offer.
Yeah, it's going off. It's gone off the rocket. But I just want to land on the opinion is that they can, within 24 hours, just do like this. They would say that, okay, Sir Jim is probably going to win this bet because you overbid, underbid. They would just go like, okay, here's another billion. Boom. That's what it's going to do. This is possible. But what I'm trying to say is that they already put in that bid prior to Ramadan, and this, what they're calling the deadline, and the press is treating like a transfer market, which is absolutely ludicrous, because if you see
today's transfer deadline day.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you see whoever is reporting, what is the title? Sports journalist, football journalist. What credentials do you have in terms of doing financial bidding and reporting, unless you've been taking a crash course and just waffling, right? Because all it takes is one person to tweet something and the rest will follow with the creative writing.
It's like wildfire.
Like wildfire.
But as you touched upon earlier about the Rain Group, and I'm delighted you mentioned the Rain Group there. We discussed it in the space earlier. I'm not sure were you in or out, but so with WWE, for example, there was tumbleweed. You didn't hear anything. the Rain Group doesn't leak anything. They are
they don't.
impenetrable, and that's why they're being used for that pure fact. They're trusted. They don't leak anything. With WWE, you heard absolutely nothing. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe a few whispers here and there, which is natural. But in regards to the purchasing of WWE, it was like that. Bang, done, boom, you know? So I think in respect to people guesswork from journalists and spewing bullshit and all the rest, my message to the fans would be always just stay calm, be patient, and let it play out, and ignore the journalists, especially the British media. No offense, because they all have agendas, and let's not forget it's their job to do these sort of things, to spin, because they could be briefed by the club, you wouldn't know, or the Glazers, just to mix it up. And at the end of the day, the Glazers will do anything to rinse the potential purchasers, you know,
100%,
for every cent.
100%. I mean, one thing that I want to mention as well, because this fan base has been so divided, it's been divide and conquer. So part of my fight for the past year or so has been fighting the media and misinformation, because media has been using the club, dragging our badge in the dirt, right? You're privileged transfer journalist or sports journalist sitting in a press conference, and all you'd have to do is ask about gossip questions instead of asking privileged questions. Yeah, it's been dire, to be honest, right? And you have Karen sitting there, the press, what do you call it, the PR, allowing this to happen, right? I mean, I'm not going to talk about names, but there was a lot of leaks, and there was a Ronaldo here, Ronaldo this, and all that, you know, instead of asking about footballing questions, what we want to know. So one thing that I want to see with the change is that somebody from the club is actually being the fan engagement representative to tell us, not full transparency, but what's going on with the club. Because at the end of the day, Killian, right, there's a reason why you choose to drink Pepsi or Coke, right? Because you believe in the brand and the product, and it's called like consumer engagement, isn't it, right? And similar, like you work for a company, you're very happy because they have employer engagement. You're engaged, right? You're bought into this vision, the strategy, the ideas, right? We've been missing this because Glazers, they don't care, right? All we care is about 4 times a year, take out our money so we can feed Darcy and everyone else. They can go on this, you know, trips and whatever we want to do, and sponsor.
We're a piggy bank, you know. That's all we are to them, the piggy bank. Not 1 cent taken out of their own pockets. You know, it's been a horrible, horrendous 18 years of just pure greed and money stolen from us, from the club.
So don't get me wrong. It's all what I wanted to say. It's just like, you know, I feel proud of this fan base right now where we are standing today, because Erik ten Hag, actually, Ralph Ragnick started the revolution, to be honest, right? He did. But, you know, it's been divide and conquer. They've been winning because they made sure that we as fan base is flip-flopping. As soon as something happens, we go on the PTSD wagon and we go, oh my God, it's been so toxic. It's creating different camps. But since Ten Hag came in, the wind of change, and that train left the train station in Manchester, most of the people got on board, and those that stuck there still on the train station are stuck in the old negativity ways, right? They don't want the club to be successful. And that includes some journalists, right? That includes some rivals, because they know with the proper structured Manchester United, God
you can already feel the hatred from the rival fans, and which is a beautiful thing. We will lap up those salty tears, and the reason behind the hatred is they're all scared shitless because we're on the way back. It's as simple as that.
You know what? We have this is what I'm saying. We are coming together all around the world, and I would just read out this tweet from Miloš. Glazers 𝒂𝒄𝒌 𝑹𝒖𝒃𝒚 kluba. Prijatno, Miloš, kako si? Sve je dobro. Čujem te. Ah, that was a surprise. I know how to speak your language, mate. I speak many languages.
I'm impressed, mate.
Yeah. My parents came in '69 as a guest workers. They came from Yugoslavia, right? My grandfather was at the Red Star Belgrade 1958 when we played. So he was watching Sir Bobby Charlton and all them jazz, and then you had the Munich disaster after it. So he was the one that taught my father, and my father was a George Best fan. And it's gone through generations to generation. But my granddad never stopped talking about, like, how proud he was to see, his favorite team play. And he got this opportunity to watch them in Belgrade. And I think it was a 4-3 aggregate or something like. Dennis Violet scored and everything else, like, if I remember the story correct. Yeah. But this has been passed, like, so for me, it's like generations to generation. I can never, it's like religion, right? You cannot switch clubs, right? And then, fortunately, my brother is the black sheep of the family, is a Scouser fucking supporter. Fuck me. How did this happen, right? Came out malfunction from the factory, like, you know what I mean? From the assembly line. Where's the fault? Bro, if you're watching this, brother, please forgive me. It's all about Glazers out. There's a lot of people coming in. We have 247 live watching. Come on, Qatar, always my new owners, Manchester United. Killian, this is the first time we kind of see each other, right? We've been we've been in spaces, right? I always kept my powder dry. For me, together with Michael, as some people calling Shawarma King and Banks, and I started this investigation over 10 months ago and looking into certain things. I was dedicating my time. I'm tired. I'm extremely tired. And like everyone else, I want this to happen. But what I'm just saying, we just have to, if we waited 18 years or 17 years, right? What, a couple more days will not hurt, right? That's it. But the back's against the wall. We've seen the financial reports. They cannot stay. There's 100% full sale. Right. But whatever we say here, don't take it as reporting. We're not journalists or anything like that.
Yeah, no ITKs. But with that said, the spaces we have been in, we've been in spaces with online on Twitter with financial experts and people, journalists.
100%.
So, and we've heard their expert opinions and what they think could happen and what might not happen. But at the end of the day, we just have to bide our time and, as I said, be patient and not listen to the spin from the media.
Well, the beautiful thing here, Killian, as well, is that we are millions of fans all over the world in different positions with different connections, right? It's more powerful than a couple of journalists, what I say. So it's all been about information sharing. Whatever I know, I share, right? So everyone has been contributing, and it's been like a one educational journey in certain ways. Like, I've been trying to keep it simple. I've done my GlazersOut reports, and I've done everything. We've done podcasts, trying to explain in layman's terms so everyone can understand. But is the one thing that we do understand is Glazeronomics. The money talks. That's the only thing. Follow the money.
Money always talks.
Big up for everyone in the chat. We call it the VAR room, the video assistant room. So if you have any content, any videos, let us know, so we can broadcast it. We are so busy here. Like, I'm by myself moderating everything. Abdullah, big up this channel. Smash the like, guys, and share. Peace be with you, Abdullah. Alhamdulillah, Habibi. Thank you so much. Thank you. As I said,
that's what I love about it all as well. We're like a family coming together, and today's the day. And regardless of religion, creed, color, whatever it may be, I love the fact that the diversity of it all, our football club bringing us together. That's the beauty of it all. And today's for the fans. Let's not forget that.
Today's for the fans.
Unfortunately. 100%. Maybe some fans might not agree, but the match comes secondary. It doesn't matter.
That's what I said in the beginning. For me, it's all about the protest and coming together. Match comes. I'm not even thinking to do a post-match reaction whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm not even thinking about the match. Now, obviously, we wish the boys well and all the rest, but the bigger picture is getting these leeches out of the club. And today's for the fans and to send that message clear.
No, for me, I started this platform 10 months ago to provide a voice to be real, because I was tired about this elitism, about journals and top reds and all that stuff. That's kind of disappeared because, we're trying to create a community where no matter where you are in the world, you're wearing the same shirt, you're wearing the same badge close to your heart, wherever I travel a lot. I always wear my Manchester United wherever I travel, right? And you meet so many people. They just see your jersey, they see your like cap, and they say, "Oh, Manchester United, man, yeah, big up, brother." You know what I mean? And this is what it's all about. We try to keep it real. We try to build a community to collaborate through different channels and platforms, right? What I'm disappointed with is that I reached out to the biggest content creators to say, "Hey guys, do you want to do this collaboration? Do you want to do a joint stream?" Nobody get back to me.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I do respect creators. I do respect, some people call them YouTubers and stuff like that. But are you only in it for the clicks, or are you in it for the club, or are you just having a beef against each other, right? It's all competitive. I try to say, I want to collaborate with you guys. I'm not competitive. Like, if people like my content, if people find this channel and like what we're saying, it's good. We're just building a positive community.
Yeah. And I'm glad you said that word, positive. It's all about spreading the love and the positivity about our football club, not the opposite. No, I'm not coming on here to name any names or bash any people or any fan cams or anything like that. But what I will say is, going forward after today, there should only be positivity.
100%.
Spreading negativity, and knowing the power you have with the following you have on your fan cam.
I wouldn't call myself. I don't call my
no,
channel.
not yourself. Not yourself.
I call it more of a community channel, right? This is the term that I use, community channel, more than a fan cam. Like, of course we are community, but we are more of we are fans of the club. We are supporters, so it's more of a community channel. So everyone that comes in is contributing.
Yeah.
So,
no, the message was directed towards particular fan cams we know about, that are like Marmite. I don't know whether you know that expression. You either love them or you hate them.
Yeah.
But my message to those fan cams would be, know the power you have in social media, and please use that power for positivity.
I have a certain gentleman that chose my channel. He came to me. He's your fellow Irishman, Jay. Jay, if you're watching, love you, brother. I know you couldn't be here today, but he likes to keep it real. And
𝒂𝒄𝒌 𝑹𝒖𝒃𝒚, that's Irish. I presume you don't know Irish.
𝒂𝒚, yeah.
𝒂𝒄𝒌 𝑹𝒖𝒃𝒚 means our day will come, and that's my message to everyone.
I know two words in Gaelic. That's 𒒂💚 and 𝒂💚, yeah.
Well, for those of you who don't understand that means kiss my arse and cheers.
Yeah, that's it. Kiss my ass. 𒒂💚, yeah.
But my message is, our day will come, and today hopefully will be the day we spread this message loud and clear to the current owners to get out now in full capacity. We don't want you in any capacity and any percentage of this club anymore, and that's it, regardless of who the new owners are.
I'm just checking what's going on in the spaces at the moment.
Sorry, I might check myself. I don't mean to be rude.
I'm just checking, refreshing. Yeah, Jay, we spoke about you, brother. You just posted. Big up, big up. Say it loud, Full Sail. Fuck off home, Glazers. Big up, Jay. There's videos coming in here as well. Thank you, Jay, for contribution.
Brilliant, Jay. Well done, pal.
Full Sail only, guys. Spread. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. Just needs more people in there, right? But it looks civil.
Yeah, it's early days as well. It's only 20 to 1 on UK time, so
still early time.
But no, it's a beautiful day in regards to the united community coming together. Like, there's not just middle-aged men at this. There's women, there's kids, there's elderly people, and one thing that we all share is the love for our football club, which is Manchester United.
Thank you, Welsh Dragon. Thank you, mate. I know who you are. I see you. I see you. We're connected on Twitter. Well, I love you guys. Keep up the good work. Big up, brother. Thank you. I just want to give a massive shout out to everyone in the VR room. I don't call it chat room. I call it VR room. The referee assistant, which has been fucking poor this season, to be honest. Hopefully get
Very
some
true.
changes there. Why are the people buying the tickets for next season? Well, look, this is kind of a question that's been a merry-go-round. You know, you imagine you're picking weed. You know, you pick one weed. The rest assured the next weed will grow up again, and you can give up your season tickets, but people are standing in line for 5, 6, 7, 10 years to get another ticket. So if you give up your season ticket, the next one will take it. It's simple as that. And there will always be international fans traveling to see a game, you know, and that's the thing. We had this argument in space. Well, I don't want to give up my season ticket. I don't want to walk away. I don't want to protest. It's up to you, brother, what you want to do, right? You know, you're not going to lose your season ticket unless you have no show for a couple of seven games in a straight, right? Then you lose your season ticket. But there's a reason why they implement that rule as well, because it's a waiting line. You know what I mean? But I just think that it's tickets have been inflated nowadays. Like, you know, I was trying to get to the Wembley final. I looked online and it's going, oh my fucking days. You know, you couldn't get a ticket, and that was in the city ground, like, because basically all the Manchester United seats been sold out. And I want to sit about, you know, the Blue Moons there, right? The noisy neighbors. £600 starting. I was going, what the hell? It's going up to £1,000 for one game. So there's big money in football to be made, and this is worrying for me, Killian, where the game is going. And this is something that we don't know, that most of the investors probably have a hunch where the football is going to be within the next 5 years. According to me, they tried the Super League, that didn't work. But Premier League, for me, is the Super League of Europe at the moment. Right? You get the best players, best managers. You look at La Liga, there's only two teams that people watch, Real Madrid and Barcelona. You look at Serie A, that's kind of picking up again, but it's been slow. And they are not getting as much as TV deals, and they are struggling, right? So no wonder they was pushing for this Super League. Milos here again, out GlazersOut, Radcliffe, Qatar in QA. Oh, that means the Qatar flag, mate. Yeah. Welsh Dragon, Phil, GlazersOut. Yeah. Everyone, big up for contributing to the chat. Same people just like watching football, 100%. Full Sail only. Keep it going. No Jim. Nobody likes Jim and Barbie. I'm a Barbie girl. Full Sail only. We have a little bands as well. It's Sunday. Hope you're drinking your brew. I'm drinking my coffee. I'm getting hyped up. People to buy the season tickets are the same ones that will want the Glazers to leave. I mean, that's just counterproductive. Yeah, in a way. True.
It's easy to say that, but like this, you have to read between the lines as well. It's very difficult for United fans, for all United fans, you know.
We are. It don't matter if you're E-Red or match-going fan. I mean, if you look at the E-Reds, just put it out there, like, you know, the majority of the revenues comes from the E-Reds. If you think about it, yeah, you're a match-going fan. I wish I could be there. I wish I was privileged to live in Manchester to have a season ticket, but the most of the revenues comes from TVs and shirt sales and from away-going fans, because it's a massive fan base. And I'm saying big up because I spent 5.5 months in Thailand, right? You know how hard it is to watch games 3 a.m. in the morning, right?
I lived in Mexico for 2 years, and I'd be getting up at similar times, you know. Local Reds and Reds around England and Great Britain sometimes forget that, but like every fan's the same for me. I've been to United games all my life since a young child. I'm from Dublin in Ireland, so I also have to travel now for myself. I'm married with kids now, and a 1 and a 2-year-old, and for me to go over for a game for one weekend, you're talking a couple of thousand. Like, so unless you know a season ticket holder or someone or a connect that can hook you up with face value tickets.
Value tickets, yeah.
You know, these things have to be under consideration. Like I said today that I would love for all fans to leave the ground and not attend the match in its capacity.
But
of
you
the
got to
90.
support the team as well.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing. It's difficult, and for those fans traveling from around the world and spending thousands of euros or pounds or whatever currency, it's you can't tell them not to be.
No, I mean,
leaving the stadium.
There's a lot of things you need to take in consideration. I support the 18 minutes protest outside, but if you traveled internationally, you came over from USA to watch your first experience, come to Old Trafford to watch the game. You don't want to miss the first 18 minutes. I mean, you egocentric. You think about yourself at this thing. But the die-hard season tickets holders, the die-hard locals, they can do that for sure. But, you know, there's no right and wrong in this instant. But what we're doing right now is creating a louder bang, right? I even had a bigger idea to say, look, you know, there's massive support in Malaysia. There's massive support in Thailand, massive support in Indonesia and all that jazz. You know what I mean? So for me, it was more of a, I experienced the, yeah, dog's been walked. Yeah. Yeah. No, I haven't. No, I'm on a live stream.
Mick's getting given out to because he hasn't walked the dog.
Also in live stream.
Hang on.
To talk.
Sorry. This is what you get.
But this is a fact of reality. Like, we all have things going on, you know, in our lives. We have our families, and we're taking time out for this cause for the local football club.
Yeah. But what I wanted to say is that my general idea, in terms to add on to this protest, was to generate a synchronized protest with organize all the fan base in the US at the same time, because media will pick it up. What is this going on, right? What is this big movement? And then you will have cameras, and they will see all the banners, green and gold, like, you know. Nobody thought about that. And I thought, well, the way I can contribute in that way is just to do a live stream like this. I share the links out to, if anyone is on the ground, please call in. Just, I beg you, like, call in, and you don't have to show your face. Just give us some live feeds. You know, I've shared, like, you know, with multiple people, but I get it. They're very busy at the moment. Like, you know, you get sucked into the moment. But the point I wanted to make is that I experienced that hardness of watching the game 3 a.m. in the morning, win, lose, or draw, right? And afterward, as a content creator, I had to do like a post-match review, going to bed 6 a.m. in the morning, like. And this season particularly has been a very unprecedented season. We played like 3 games literally per week ever since Christmas, right? So yeah, are we fans a little bit fatigued? Yeah, we are. I think we are, mate. We are on top of everything else. This sales process has been killing us as well.
Yeah, it's been a long 17, 18 years now, and
yeah, this process needs extended.
I think that's why so many people are on edge as well, because we're coming to the end game now. Well, we hope we are. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
And people are just on edge, and that's the problem. We're being fed different.
Oh no, Martin, sorry, protests need to storm the pitch. No, don't do the Liverpool don. No. Right. We have this one, like, you know. Remember, this was Liverpool, right? This was people getting around. Today, it's working. These protests are working, you know. But just don't be violent. Don't storm the pitch, because it's only cause harm for the new owners as well. This was so organized, like, you know. Someone's like Jimmy, Qatar out. But there's one thing clear, like, you know, you will always have a split division, right? You will have Sir Jim in, some people want Qatar in, but majority now what I'm seeing is saying no Sir Jim, right? But you can only like
to spin as well.
Yeah, but you can just compare, like, you know, it's what I said earlier, like if we back the tape, if we could back the tape in the live stream to say that we have the privilege as fans to do the due diligence of the bids right now, to say, well, based on the manifesto, what they released, that's the only thing that they have promised, right? And all we care about is debt-free club, right? Because we are big enough to run our own operations and being profitable on our money income generating through the club.
Yeah, Manchester United can run on its own.
100%.
That's the thing.
But that's the thing, that the Glazer families has been bad business owners, because everything that they've done is basically leveraging credit, more credit or top credit, overdrafts over overdrafts, by utilizing Bank of America. And Bank of America takes all these credits and converts into bonds, right? So rest assured, the bond that's been selling, they're going to make profit out of as well. Everyone makes profit. You know, nobody's talking about this, actually. Everyone's talking about clearing the debt, but you got to look at who's going to make profit. It's going to be the Glazer families, the Bank of America that owns the credit, and some, you know, sweet people that are, you know, minority investors owned the B shares and A shares and stuff like that. Because when you look at the earnout clauses, right, because if Qatar is buying it, it's not going to be a public listed company. It's not going to be traded anymore on New York Stock Exchange, because Qatar don't need it. It's going to be a private fund, 92 Foundation. And Qatar is a tax-free country anyway, so they're just going to be a private funding company. So there's no need. But the earnout clauses for people that are going to profit is that if you take a similarity, Killian, what just take Elon Musk when he bought Twitter, right? He bought majority of the shares and he did a hostile takeover. So he literally had to sweeten the deal to pay $9 over the evaluation share price, the current share price. Everyone was happy, walked away. $46 billion he bought it for in total. That's massive money, right? For a bird, for an app that we are streaming on as well, that doesn't even, I don't know, it's not even profitable, right? Is there an advertising? How do you make money, right? That's the thing. But it's just a cool thing to have. It's a tool, right? Oh, I control Twitter.
If you have unlimited funds, yeah, not bad.
So, yeah, we already covered that. We're not going to cover that. Glazers and Jim rat out. Here's the thing, right? You know, we keep talking. I'm just warmed up because I had my coffee now. If you go back in timeline, when Sir Jim had that interview, when he was interviewed, when he disclosed that, yeah, I was bidding for Chelsea, right? Just pay attention to that interview when he says that, yeah, I know Joel and Avram, they're nice guys. I know but the Glazers, but the club is not for sale. But if it would, yeah, maybe I would be interested. For me, that was more of a PR as well, because he obviously came in late to buy Chelsea, right? He's a season ticket holder of Chelsea, right? Sorry. Either you utilizing this as a PR. Like if you say that you're a boyhood Manchester United fan and you want to buy Chelsea and now, okay, bigger club. For me, clear and obvious, you got to own the biggest club in the world. That's the thing. You're saying to the fans that, according to the manifesto, you want to invest into Manchester community. Again, if you're a true Manchester United supporter and you know what the Glazers means to us and what they've done to the club, basically raped us, right? They dried us clean. They bled us clean. Why the hell would you do that, Sir Jim?
Why would you get into bed with such, like, how are you going to win the fans over by doing something like that? Like, it's business
suicide. It does not make sense. It does not add up.
And this is why the fans are fully behind Qatar now, because we see Sir Jim as a Glazer now. He's just another Glazer. He's getting into bed with the Glazers.
Yeah.
Stabbing us all in the back.
Yeah.
You know?
Nikos, Duncan Castle reporting that the deal between Sir Jim and, again, what does Duncan Castle know?
Ignore.
Ignore. Ignite and ignore. Chris, welcome to the VR room. It's funny how the Glazers never show their ugly faces at the Old Trafford during the protest. Should continue during the match. Yeah.
And on that note, have we seen Sir Jim in Old Trafford? I haven't.
Nope.
Just putting it out there.
Well, there was, when they had that, visit, like, when the SJ's delegation came, he came with the heavyweights, like, from Bank of America, Shabazz and Omdan Jazz, like, there was big heavyweights in the financial industry. They had like 12 hours meeting, mate. They went through everything. And rest assured that they probably offered a deal that they couldn't refuse in terms of, I know what you want. You came to me in Qatar and I showed you my kingdom, and here's a key to my kingdom. I give you permission to do business here, right? Right. And then you have Sir Jim, and apparently he was like 2 hours, and then he walked around in Carrington. So altogether 6 hours. For me, it was clear and obvious that they already knew what the Qatar was bidding, right? They knew that there's numerous theories that, he might use this as a PR tool, because PR-free Thomas Iliakos also used this as a PR tool, the Finnish mobile app. In a way, I don't know if he bid it or not, but he said that he was in a space where we talked to him. I all due respect, because he actually contributed to push this even further, right? Any bidder that bids for Manchester United at this moment is a good bid. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day,
at least he had the decency to interact with fans.
Yeah, he did. He did. But I just find it weird. I just find it weird where you appear on a United stand and everywhere just to talk, right? Nobody that's bid for is a serious bidder. Like we talking about £1 billion. You don't come on talking to the fans like that, right?
Yeah,
you did that afterwards, right?
Yeah,
it's
yeah. Here, listen. There's a lot of clout chasers here, and whether you're a millionaire or a billionaire or none of the above, if you're a clout chaser, you're a clout chaser.
No, but there's a modern term called clout chasing and misinformation, and you just have to take it with a pinch of salt, right? Yeah. I've done what I've done. The videos that I posted so far during this 10 months period is about coming to 90 about GlazersOut. But I didn't want to do, during this process, I didn't want to do clickbait stuff, right? So podcasts, educational, and it's so dangerous, it's so lethal, because you got to look at those journalists and what did they want? They want attention. They want to, clicks, magazines, right? The Athletic, you have to buy the subscription to read. Most of them you have to buy to read the articles, right? In a way, you do have KPIs, key performance indexes to produce stories. So what I'm saying in this journalistic reports that come out, unless you're sitting there with the two bids in your hand, physically, and reading, then comparing apples to apples, then you have the right to talk, right? Just trying to provide some motion sickness pills here, to be honest. GlazersOut from Mauritius. Big up, brother, from all the way from Mauritius. Guys, let us know where you're from, right? I'm sitting in Sweden, Killian in Ireland, in Dublin. GlazersOut Jim is a rat. Oh, we get a lot of things. I got to catch up with the VR room, mate. It's Tyler D. Funny that the only UK outlets have Pro J. It just seems briefs. What does that mean? Pro just seems briefs?
I think I would have said the opposite.
Anti. You mean anti, yeah.
Yeah, maybe it means anti.
The rest of the show, no billionaire, again, has clean hands, you know what I mean? They're all part of this Davos kind of thing, like, the World Economic Forum, right? We even saw, Manchester PLC went down to, in the summer, for the Davos thing to look for sponsors. Yeah. We're just going over some chats. Adit, huge United fan from Indonesia. Big up Indonesia, man. Big up. Jaga. Support this protest, GlazersOut. Terima kasih, sama-sama Katarin, okay? Jesus, I'm just rambling my language skills.
Ah,
That was
go ahead.
Bahasa. Cool, brother. Yeah, a duplicate there as well. Surinder Singh, I see you, brother. It doesn't matter who you are. I'm a little bit dyslexic here, sorry. It does not matter who you are, what faith you belong to, or which country you're from today. For me, it's not about the game. It's about all the fans globally coming together to get rid of the greedy vermin.
Exactly.
If I had my applause button or a GG horn, that's the tweet of the day, Surinder. Nailed on, spot on, my friend. I guess you are from India. Namaste. Bravo. That's it. That's what this community is all about, you know. And I noticed this. There's been a lot of beef. There's been a lot of spaces where you've been divided spaces to say, like, yeah, we don't allow you here to come in to speak. We only take, which is a click, right? But now everyone is coming to each other's spaces and, oh, what's going on here, right? So definitely a change is happening within the fan base, and that's the most important thing. Sean Paul Jones, big up, man. United fight. You know, it's right. Guys, drop in the comments where you're from. We are very interested, as we are saying we're global, right? KDEX, try 1878. I'm worried about that. It's going to be a political move by Jim in the Glazers, the biggest club in the world, owned by American. You know. Yeah, in a way, where I'm trying to come back to where I wanted to land is in terms of using publicity stunt, is that the minute Sir Jim Ratcliffe bidded in for, we call it greenwashing, because of course his business is about petrochemicals and fracking and all that stuff. I'm not going to talk what that means, but fracking is very, very dangerous for the environment. He's been trying to get into the US market without being successful. And conspiracy, you can say that he's been using Bank of America and Rain Group and everything to launch a bid for a fracking. And funny enough, he got awarded like almost a 2.7 billion drilling contract, the first one in US as well, right? So trust me, this is free PR in a way. You don't have to really seriously bid, like, you know, you can say you bid, but who will know? Because there's NDA. Yeah. Cool. Just don't say Mick say so. Glazes out. Captain Caveman. I love that name, Captain Caveman. The Glazers have been one of the most successful owners in Premier League history. What? 1 billion on players, many top managers. The fault lies in the players and the managers for not being more successful. What, man?
Not the troll.
Chelsea fan. I don't know. This is I see this similarity in what Daniel Levy is doing and Todd Bowley, right? Overriding everything what the manager wants. Like, you know, you're not signing what the sporting department wants. You're just signing for the commercial sale, right? Ronaldo was clearly not a Ollie's wish. It was pretty much the Glazers, like, oh, we're gonna make a lot of money, cash cow. Yeah,
marketing. It's all that
marketing.
was, really.
So and this is what I've been talking about, because John Murtaugh is a really nice guy, to be honest, right? Richard Arnold is also a good CEO, right? He's a David Gill appointment, right? The previous owners, they were narcissistic. They created a toxic work environment where it was like not high ceilings whatsoever, you know. Am I live? Yep. It was no high ceilings. Like, it's just shut up and do what I tell you. Like, it's creating a toxic environment. So, yeah, big up for Arnold. Like, he came out and say, look, you know, I went on to a training ground. We spent billions of dollars with nothing to show for. And he said it himself, like he was secretly feeling, in order to rebuild a new stadium, I need investors, because they don't want to dip in the pockets. So he's been trying to work with his hands behind the back, you know. So I don't see him going. I don't see, like, you know.
I think whoever takes over, they'll, as new owners do, when you come into an organization or a business, you're not going to throw half your employees out the door.
No, you're not.
That's not the way successful businesses are run.
No.
But he'll look, whoever gets the club, they'll be looking at very closely, like Hawks, and probably give them between half a season and a season, and then he'll
Yeah.
whoever it is, they'll make up their own mind and see what needs to be.
You spot on.
Replaced.
You're spot on. Like part of my dealings behind the camera is specialization in people and culture and transformation and change, and I've been facilitating multinationals to do people and culture and change. And one thing that you do is to assess the current situation and measure the employee engagement, right? You see where the broken link is, right? The thing is that people at heart is very important, because you got to ask who's going to do the change. It's the people, right? Usually management, they think they know what's best for the business, but they don't know. That's the thing, you know? If you're not talking to your employees, you're never going to have a successful change. If something is broken, like you're building a house, you have the foundation, you just need to put the roof. And the foundation, the slab and the platform is the footballing operation, if I may use analogy, which is Erik ten Hag. It's working. Now you just need to have that middle layer, right? So the sporting vision, everything in the company strategy and vision goes all the way down to the level, ground zero. You know what I mean? And this has been lacking, definitely. There has been no planning. There has been no structure. They've been overriding the sports department, the scouting. They're presenting like, here's a target list. No. You're gonna get this one, right? The fourth. Or no. Yeah. Similar what Daniel Levy is doing with Conte as well, right? Conte he just quit. He just said, I don't need your money. You're a bullshit club, like, you know.
We know Conte's record.
Yeah. So he was saying, like, you know, you didn't give my players. Like, Jose did it right too. He actually complained, but then they put a gag order on him. Like, you know, in order for you to get your severance, you got to shut up, right? But we clearly know that he was overridden, right? You know, he wanted certain players. The club said no, right? Even John Murtough is like, the way he was operating in the January window was like, I can't do anything, man. I cannot do my job. There's no money, right? You guys will not give me anything. What he did was to pull out Sabitzer. Great move, top quality midfielder from Bayern Munich, and of course Wood, you know, Wood Weghorst, which is been controversial. It's not been working out, but it's been a body, like, you know, this passion. You see this guy celebrating, right? It's his dream. He's looking up like, oh my God, I'm playing for Manchester United, right?
Yeah, he may not be. He's obviously not what we're looking for long term, but
No.
at the very least, he's given everything he could. And Erik ten Hag brought him in, I believe, because obviously we didn't have many options, but he trusted him, and he's come in and he does what he can. He's obviously not up to the standard, but listen, Erik ten Hag, regardless of what's gone on this season, has worked miracles.
Yeah, big up, Stuart. Thanks for the stream, lads. We are doing this because we cannot be there. We want to be there, Stuart. So, similar to you guys, we are in this boat together. At least we can come together. Captain Caveman, again, fully understand why these peaceful protests are taking place. If I fully understand, yeah. We'll see. It will be peaceful. Hate the guys, love United. Big up, man. Charlie.
I think he's Irish if he's saying
feck the Glazers.
Yeah.
Simon, Manchester United, spot on fella. The Premier League is the Super League. Yeah, it's going back what we said. Is there was if where the money is and attract the best players around the world, 100%. And I think those Juves and all Barcelona want to have a piece to play in our league. Maybe that can happen. I don't know. Just keep the Premier League as a Super League and just invite those fellas to be the guest. But still should be some relegation as well. 100%. Would you like to see that Barcelona play in the Premier League? Nah, we don't want that. Keep it real. Yeah, Ratcliffe is the British version of the Glazers. Yeah, they are mates. They are mates, if I may say so. They know each other, right? They are in the same billionaire club, right? Don't you think they're all 1% to speak to each other, right? But the only difference is the Glazers are poor millionaires or billionaires, right? They're in that bracket. You have billionaires and you have ultra billionaires, and they're just down in the pecking order. Mourinho was successful under Glazers. Big Louis too. Yeah, Ollie done well. Now Eric succeeded under all. Yeah, under the Glazers. Good point, Captain Caveman. Here's the thing, right? Do you agree with what he's saying?
What they could. They all did. They all did what they could. You know, it all comes down to this, right? Jose Mourinho had a list of players he wanted. He wasn't given them. Before him, David Moyes had a list of players he wanted, wasn't given them. Ole wasn't given the players he wanted either. It doesn't take a genius to see the trend here. And I believe Jose Mourinho would have... Now, here, listen. Jose Mourinho probably just wasn't meant to be United manager. Yeah. I was very excited when he took over. I'm a personal fan of Jose Mourinho. I love his attitude, and mentality. He's a winner, but at the same time,
bollocks for nothing, yeah.
but at the same time, you have to look like he came out himself when I think possibly before or after he left, exposing the fact that he wasn't backed, and we all know Ole wasn't backed either. Now, Ole brought the club as forward as he could, in my opinion, and I thought he did a great job at what he had. And I thought, to be honest, he was going places before he was sacked. Obviously, it became too bad and it just became relentless in the face, and he had to go in the end. But he did try his best, you know, and he loves that club.
It's like, oh, was it 3?
But yeah, no, here, listen, it's a common trend. The managers we've had, whether they've been good enough or not good enough, they haven't been backed, and it's as simple as that. We need an owner that has money, that'll take money out of his own pocket and not looking at dividends and all the rest, and using our club as a piggy bank.
100%.
You know, and it's as simple as that.
Just from Gaynor Hammond as well as coming in.
It's gonna die! How we kill him, I don't know. Cut him up from head to toe. All I know is that he's gonna die. He's gonna die! He's gonna die! Joe Glazers gonna die! How we kill him, I don't know. Cut him up from head to toe. All I know is that he's gonna die. He's gonna die! He's gonna die!
We'll go Gaynor on Twitter.
Big up. Keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming. All right. Keep sending those in. Keep. That's all we want to do. Keep sending those in. Yeah. Videos. Man, there's so many things to unpack and talk about today. But for me, it's all dedication about this protest. Nothing else matters. I'm not even thinking that we're playing a game, right? Yeah, you're right about Mourinho in a way, but you know, Bertie, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the VR room. We want blood money. Who cares about human rights? Nah, I'm not going to say that, you know, because, okay, let's depack what is human rights. Who's creating this? Yeah, who's creating this agenda, human rights? What is human rights, right? And what is blood money? And what every billionaire has blood on their hands. They didn't become a billionaire just to be nice. 100%. Everyone's done some shady shit, to be honest. Excuse my language. But if you're talking about human rights, I can tell you that I lived in the region. I've seen the changes in Saudi Arabia. They're changing, right? Before, women didn't have values in Saudi Arabia. Now women are allowed to drive. Basically, the value of before was that they were almost in the same level as a camel, right? But since MBA, what's his name? MBS, the new crown prince. It's changed things for the better, right? It's more become freedom. Women are driving. Women are respectful. I lived in Dubai, in UAE, and a woman is you cannot touch her. You cannot. They treat the women like princesses, to be honest, right? Human rights, what are they talking about? Is because that it doesn't marry into your Western values. It's the strange thing because it's something foreign. I think it's more about the fear than knowing, to be honest. I was in the camp too, like, you know, before I moved to the Middle East, and I saw how beautiful it was and how they were treating people with dignity and respect.
Look at the World Cup. The World Cup was outrageously successful.
Yeah,
you know,
they were trying to.
No protests, no problems. It was all well and done good.
Yeah, you can still drink alcohol attached to a hotel with a special license. You can drink, do it civilized, but don't go out and do boo-boos, right? Because you will be arrested, right? Don't be a drunk, what do you call it, drunken disorder in the public. You don't do that. You're there to respect the values, the customs and stuff like that. They will treat you very, very well. They will welcome you, right? What I want to say as well with the foreign workers and the building, how many people died in building buildings? That happens all the time. Safety, right? These people got paid money, right? These people came from poor countries like Bangladesh and stuff like that, which there's no job opportunities.
Saka's dropped off. Bruno.
What's going on there?
Sorry.
Spaces? Yeah, no worries. But what I'm trying to say is that, knowing for what I've seen with my own eyes, I understand. For me, it's more uneducation from the Western world trying to impose the Western values and what they're trying to do with this rainbow movement as well. You just didn't understand that in Islam, they see man and a woman as a holy thing. They don't see anything in the middle, right? So what they're trying to do is to impose their Western values and to say, well, you're anti-gay, no, they're not. They're not. They just don't want that to be educated and implemented in the schools, what we see today, right? It's massive, massive, big problems, to be honest, right?
Different views and different religions and different ethnicities.
At the same day, Killian, we are praying to the same God. That's the thing.
Yeah, here, listen, everyone should respect everyone. But if I'm going to Qatar, I have certain views on particular issues or whatever it may be. I'm not going to bring them up because we're talking about football at the end of the day. But what I will say is, if I was going to go to Qatar for the World Cup, I'm leaving all those views and everything aside. At the end of the day, it's about football. But also, if you go into a country, you need to respect those values and views. All right. So, and that's my point. If Qatar come over here or to the UK, of course, as they previously stated, they're going to respect all views, and in the UK, so it works both ways, But in regards to for me, football is football, and religion, views, ethnicity, your sexual preference, anything, your creed, whatever. For me, it should never come into football.
That's so brilliant said, Killian, because football brings people together. You see the World Cup; it's a celebration.
It unifies. It should never diversify.
The divide and conquer here, right? Instead of like supporting this, right? And this is what I don't get. And this is what you're seeing now happening in the rest of the world. It's very, very scary times at the moment when you have cancellation, freedom of speech. You're not allowed to speak anymore, right? That's why I demonetized myself today, just to be able to speak freely, right?
And people need to understand as well, because of social media, as wonderful as it is, and it brings myself and Mick together from different countries, and it brings us all together across the world in regards to supporting our football team. That's all positive and good. But do remember, social media is a very dangerous tool as well.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go off topic here either.
Here's a very interesting theory. Oh my God, Piper. I love this one. Is Sir Jim Ratcliffe more interested in the gas reserves than the club? Or was that a document bollocks? Here's the thing, what the Qatari might have said to Sir, yeah, you own a fracking company, yeah? You're into this petrochemical. We are one of the biggest one in oil and gas. And yeah, if you let us have the deal, we'll let you in on certain projects. Just a food for thought. Just a food for thought. I don't dare to play with it. I'm just going over the Queen Bee. Enough of this mental torture. Yeah, Queen Bee, thanks for coming in here. We're trying to provide some motion sickness pill. Just calm down and just don't let fear and emotions clog your judgment. Always. Even when you go out food shopping, don't ever go shopping hungry, because you end up with, coming home and it's like, what the hell did I just buy here? Chocolates. Life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get. I say that about Fred, actually. Fred is like that Forrest Gump. Life is like a box of chocolate. Fred is even you open that box of chocolate, you get the goodie chocolate. Or he is the last chocolate that stays in the box, that stays to the next Christmas. Nobody wants Abdullah Abdullahim Adam. Glazers made third bidding because they wanted one bidder to favor them. Jim didn't didn't, so it belongs to him now. Nah, let's move to Newcastle. We enjoy soccer. Nah, man. No, man. Again, calm down, calm down. It's all about sports gamemanship here at the end of the day, right? David Billings, if Ratcliffe wins Revolt, yeah, it will be.
Sit
But
tight.
we will see with time, because once they are awarded, they will come up and address the fan base and everything, and you will see the true intent, right? What they're willing to do. But one thing what I'm worried about in this case is that you are not offering debt free in a way. You're going to buy that bond by Bank of America, by credit rolling from JP Morgan or whatever bank, and put it on Ineos, your company. But that needs to be a return investment sooner or later. It's going to come back into the club, right? I don't see this happening, right? In a way. Doesn't make sense. Does not make sense at all. EA Sports, we're not sponsored, but it looks like EA Sports. I love EA. Big chance to change the future of the club. Must take it. Yeah, today is the biggest chance we ever have. Therefore, it needs to be louder. Team news in. Oh, what is the team news? Who starts?
I think there was the same team apart from Sabitzer in for Anthony and
Ooh, what the
Malacia
hell?
in for Wan-Bissaka, and Delo will revert to right back, as far as I'm aware.
This is the thing, mate. You know, I've been doing this ever since Ten Hag came in, right? This pointless of me doing this match previews. I did yesterday with Jarvis Cocker, and I was even in with Mr. Structure, who's at the protest today as well, Meredith.
Yeah.
And how many times has I been doing this lineup prediction? I said I give up because I only got three predicted 11s correct in this fixture so far. This guy is unbelievable. What did I have going? And let's see. I think I have it. I think I did it on my United app. To be honest, I just used that one. Oh
Sorry,
yeah,
Mick,
lineup confirmed. I got it now on my phone here. It's coming out here.
I'll be back in a sec, Mick. Okay.
Yeah.
2 seconds.
Yeah, so lineup in confirmed. De Gea starts. We have Diego Dalot, as I mentioned, is going back to his right back position. On the left, we have Malacia starts, and Luke Shaw together with Lindelof. There's a little bit of a. I was thinking that I remember Saka would start, considering they are quite pacey on that right hand side as well. I mean, that's going to be interesting. But in the midfield, guys, we have Casemiro, Eriksen, Sancho, Sabitzer, and Bruno. Cool. So Sabitzer looks to me like he's starting as number 10. Then we have Rashford on top as number 9. Wow. Totally not what I guessed, right? I had at least I put, for some reason, they starting with following, right? They have Alexander Moreno. This is going to be dangerous because he's very tricky, right? He's a very good dribbler. Mings, Konsa, and Ashley Young, or good old Ashley Young. I thought, he's still playing. He's 37 years of age. But this is the midfield, and Douglas Luiz and Dendonka. Nothing has changed. Ramsey, McGinn, Ollie Watkins on top, and yeah, nothing has changed since the Fulham game. So yeah, it's pretty much what I predicted the other days as well. It's going to be tight, but barring that our away form has been crap, and we had, I think, 30 unbeaten games at Old Trafford. This will be our fortress. I'm not foreseeing a high scoring, but if this game is taking place, the crowd would be up for it because of the protest, right? So if Jim was a snake, we don't play him at all. Yeah, I'm just going over. It's time full sale only. From Ken Glazers. Yeah, big up, man. Big up. Oh, expert from the Philippines, Peter Jerich. How's Philippines? Are you in Manila? Cool. All right, then. Me name Gaza, Sir Red F out. Just trying to shout out everything from Uganda, Africa, brother. Enough is enough. Christopher from Uganda. Big up, sir. Big up. All the way. Big up to Africa. I'm going to add on Killian back into the stream. I think we have people from all over, from Philippines, from Africa, coming in. Nigeria, big up brother from Nigeria. This massive fan base in Africa and Nigeria as well. David Billings, I've seen you before. Captain came in once more depth, no new ground, no transfer, and Ratcliffe to plunder our club. Wouldn't make it up. Yeah, we could. Everything's like everyone has opinions. You know, nothing is wrong or right. What a prat. Yeah.
Fans just need to relax, though.
Yeah, everyone needs to run.
Tensions are high.
Yeah. Everyone has opinions, right? Henry, big up, my friend. Good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well in the space as well. Highlights, big up. We don't want Jim Ratcliffe. We want Qatar in. Yeah, it seems like everyone wants Qatar in. The reason why Qatar in is because they made a fantastic manifesto, right? They oversaw the whole package. Just obviously, it's going to be difficult to do something about Old Trafford because of the structure, right? It's not stable enough to reinforce, to build more. So how do you see this? I mean, this is a twisted topic, right?
Yeah.
I'm
it's
twisted.
It's a very difficult issue in regards to the future of the stadium, because we have that emotional attachment to the current stadium, Old Trafford, of course. Now, I've spoken to a lot of Manx. For those of you who don't know what Manx are, so they're United. They're people from Manchester. Okay,
Big up, Stephanie. We see you.
Thank you, Stephanie. Up the Reds. Yeah. So I've spoken to a lot of Manx people from Manchester United fans, and it's just gotten to. I think it's gotten to the point where Old Trafford is just too far gone, and we can blame the Glazers for that 110%. They've let it rust to the point where it's unsalvageable. Okay, so I think we are going to be looking at potentially a new stadium, and hopefully, if Qatar take over, we'll be looking at one of the best stadiums ever. You know, worldwide. Please God. So we'll see, though. It's all.
Here's the thing, right? There's a lot of memories there, right? When the Glazers took over, this stadium was in good condition, 17, 18 years. It was a top stadium, right? It's one of the biggest. If you look at now, they're not even listed to be part of the Euros, right? Which is a shame. What does that tell you? They just didn't do anything, right? They just let it rot.
Look at the leak. You know that leak that we have in one of the
toilets, the leak, the food,
the toilets, everything.
You have no Wi-Fi whatsoever. You're not even connected, mate. So it's just been shambles, right? And that's kind of giving you the picture that, hey, we just got this and we're just milking it dry. We don't want to put one single penny out. And the reason why they're selling, because they're not realizing, hey, we need to put in money minimum 300,000 into this. Hey, we're not going to do that. Fuck that shit. I'm out.
They've just let the infrastructure of the whole club gone to shit. You know, if Old Trafford was in any way salvageable, of course we'd love that. But I think it's just so far gone, unfortunately. And as I said before, you can all blame the Glazers for that.
Yeah. Big up, Stephanie. All you needed that trophy soon as you lost the Europa final. Oh, that was hurtful. Oh, David De Gea penalty. Poor lad. Curtains. Big up, Steph. Just going to while we're talking, Mr. Fluffy Bags, Glazer pulling out. I love that. Ratcliffe keeps the Glazers in, then it's Ratcliffe out too. Boo boo. Yeah, true. Boo boo. Mr. Singh, Glazers out, rat out. Oh, it's the year of the rat in the Chinese lunar calendar, or what is this?
Hopefully, it's the end.
What a mad season we had. This is the year of sacking of a lot of managers too, right? So. Rat bitch gets the club, his public enemy number one. Yeah, true. Yeah, cool, guys. It's been amazing. It's amazing contribution, right? So I'm so honored to sit here with you, Killian, and so many of you.
Honestly, Mick, I'm honored myself, and what I mentioned it earlier. I touched upon it. I just love the diversity of it all, bringing us, no matter the country where you're from, your race, your views, whatever. Our football club and the love we have for our football club is bringing us all together on this potentially monumentous day.
Yeah.
And I just loved it. As I said, yourself being in Sweden, myself in Ireland, the various different people making the comments from various different continents around the globe, and the one thing we have in common, the love for our club.
Yeah, 100%, mate, 100%. There's more feeds coming in here from Drillchester Mike. This is the thing, right? So they're marching. They should be coming down to the 18-minute milestone, right? Cool. Pictures coming in. Guys, keep it coming. Keep it coming. Post that shit out. Post that shit out, right?
Get it viral.
Let it fly. I'm so proud of this community that's came together today. I was just setting up late, 5 o'clock in the morning. Did the thumbnails and everything. It's been crazy days. I've been appearing on different channels, talking, trying to debunk everything that's going on and just provide the motion sickness pill to say, calm down, right? This is ridiculous, you know. The thing is that, Killian, people don't read full articles anymore. It's sad state of affairs because a lot of people develop this ADHD or, you know, some, you know, short news. That's why you see promoting shorts, video shorts, TikTok shorts. Now, who watches like, you know, 1 hour movie anymore? Like nobody does, like, you know. So you just wanted to read the headline and you just go, oof.
Yeah, it's we know the day and age we're in now. It's all for clicks and likes and to go viral and all the rest, you know. And that's why the message from myself, and I know you're in agreement with this. Just keep calm. Don't ignore the spin. Ignore the various different. We're gonna see mad stuff coming out before, like yesterday, like today. It'll keep coming. So just keep calm, United fans, and let's hope for the best. And I do believe we will receive very good news in the next 7 to 14 days, and let's hope
100% within the next week or so. I think so. It has to be. Simply has to be. I know bidding process. I've been part of tender process. I've submitted. I've been on the receiving end and I've been sending on that end as well, but never on this magnitude and scale, to be honest. But it just doesn't add up anymore, to be honest. We're coming to the end of the road. As what I said, it's just about, they've just been checking everything in terms of the earner clauses and everything, what they're going to get, and all the director's tests has been submitted. It's just, from now on, it's going to go very, very fast, to be honest. I'm just seeing there's two boxes going in a fight, and usually before they go in the weigh-in, they have this press conferences and they go and smear campaigning each other, slapping each other up, like, you know, this is typical what's going on right now as well. And they're using and they're using the mouthpieces and the PRs because they're leaking out to them to tell the story, right? Otherwise, it's all good. But what I'm trying to say is that it's so sad because, I'm dyslexic myself, in a way. But I take my time to actually read through the article, and it's a lot of what they actually wanted to say is always ended up at the end. So they're just spinning things around, like, and it's just blah, 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 blah. Short articles, but nothing in substance, to be honest. So what I discovered is just the headline that is catching you, right? And mostly is what's catching people to click and like is negativity, right? Something dangerous, right?
Controversy sells.
Yeah. If you put something positive, then you will not, it's safe. But anything that's dangerous, my harms us, we click on it, right?
100%.
Oh, good stuff. Oh my God. We had so many comments, mate. So even the VR room is getting clogged up. Listen, it's been, I don't know what time it is now. And what time does the game start?
25 minutes kickoff.
And 25 minutes kickoff then. And where are we now? We must be in the 18 minutes. Let's see what the Spaces guys are saying, right?
Yeah.
Jarvis is in here. Big up, Jarvis, man. How are you, sir? All the way from Norway. You're on mute, sir. You unmute yourself, sir. Hey, big up, Jarvis. How are you, sir?
Big up, Killian. I have been
afternoon,
watching
James.
the stream, but I have been a little bit busy with my family and stuff. So it's Sunday. So
We are.
but I'm glad you could have me on at such late notice. It's how
You
long
get
you
the
go
honor to have the
stream?
Glazer banner, like, in front of your chest.
Yes,
Brilliant.
that's a beautiful banner.
And
I
next to
have
you,
been
you see the
watching.
green, ugly Joel Grey Glazer, right? If you look to your left, yeah.
Oh, I don't like him at all. There.
I love your background, Jarvis. Very nice indeed.
Thank you, Killian. So I have been watching Twitter. I get a little bit fired up because I see all the protests. I wish I could be there. If I have lived in Britain, I would have taken the train. Even if I was living up in Glasgow or in Southampton, it doesn't matter because this is too important. We need to show solidarity and protest because this is a vital point of our history. If the club is sold to the right owner, everything will be okay. But if it's sold to the wrong owner, we will have another 18 years of misery. It's like a marriage. You have to find the right wife. If you make a mistake, you will live in misery for many years. So this is important. This is really important.
Yeah.
And you'll be broke like the Glazers if you don't make the right decision.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for you can keep talking because I'm looking for a file. What you say. I just wanted to see if I can find it. God, it was so good.
What time is it that side, Jarvis? Norway?
Yeah, we're 1 hour ahead, so it's 1 hour behind. It's
Okay.
3:30 at you guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
the same. You win the same.
2:30, 2:35.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
I'm gonna see if I can find this. This is so important because this comes down to. I need to go to my YouTube channel here. Hang on a second, guys. Keep talking. I'm just looking for.
So what? Yeah, have you been following the spin and the briefs and the whole circus?
For 18 years, I have been following this circus, and
for the new takeover.
Yeah, the problem is, do they show this on the news in Britain? Do you know, Killian?
I don't think so.
The protests. Yeah, I think, to be honest, you know yourself, it's very tactical and there's a lot of politics involved. I would say it will be on Sky News, maybe possibly, or Sky Sports News, but in regard, you know yourself, sometimes they try and play it down a bit and they don't really show much coverage. Like in respect to, like, for example, during the games, they don't show the fans or they don't mention the fans singing. Even Sky Sports, even Sky Sports go as far as to block out the noise. I'm not sure if it was Sky Sports or BT. But anyway, I don't want any defamatory lawsuits against me. So allegedly, But it is. There is coverage to a certain extent, yes. But
damn, I could not find it. But I did the Pink Floyd song, "How I Wish You Were Here," right? I did that compilation. I put the GlazersOut protest, and I say, and I just linked it to the story, like, we're just two lost souls living in a fishbowl, year after year. How I wish you were here, right? I made this video, and it's I could not find it. I just wanted to play it. I felt a little bit emotional. I was hoping for people. I mean, I didn't expect it, but people on the protest, I was sharing the link. But I totally get it. I don't blame you.
It's better that they use every.
Is there spaces?
Sorry, that's the space there with Paul White and the lads. I'm just trying to mute it here.
No, it's fine. What they're saying.
Or hook it up to my earphone so it's not echoing in our space.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I try to. I can connect it through a desktop, but I will have. We can hear it.
That's Pash there, all the way from South Africa.
Yeah, Safa. I heard him earlier. We see. Guys, it's a lot of things. There's one space going on. We're linked to it. We are streaming on Twitter as well. We are streaming on YouTube, and I'm just like, I wish I was there, right? To be honest.
I can see on Twitter now they're outside Munich tunnel. So
oh, really?
They are gathering around Old Trafford now.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Where are you on the jumbo? Oh, yeah.
Did you see?
Hang on a second.
Did you see this? In Munich tunnel, yeah, I have been there from
It's gonna die! It's gonna die! Joe Glazers gonna die! How we kill him, I don't know. Cuts him up from head to toe. Glazers! Glazers! How we kill him, I don't know. Cuts him up from head to toe. All I know is Glazers gonna die. Gonna die! It's gonna die! Joe Glazers gonna die! How we kill him, I don't know. Cuts him up from head to toe. Glazers! Glazers!
Message is clear.
It is. I'm just trying to get some more feeds. Oh my God, he's just transferring. This is the interview. Remember this one, yeah?
The Glazer family, whom I have met. I've met Joel and Avram, and they are the nicest people, I have to say. They're really, they're proper gentlemen. They're really nice people.
Do it again.
Manchester United is owned by the Glazer family, whom I have met. I've met Joel and Avram, and they are the nicest people, I have to say. They're really, they're proper gentlemen. They're really nice people.
So here's from Mr. Structure, right? Guys, are you with me? Are you with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going to play from Neridin as well. Mr. Structure, you're... Okay. This is live from his mobile. Oh, it looks like very rainy. Oh, big up, boys.
I won't stop them.
No.
God, it makes you very emotional. I wish I could be there.
Yeah.
I wish I could be there, man. I can feel the adrenaline running through my body.
Yeah. Big up, boys.
To Old Trafford, see United.
We won. We man.
Ole, 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 ole.
Big up, Meriden. I can hear his voice now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love this. Brother, if you're watching this later on, thank you for your contribution. Thank you for uploading. Seriously. Fucking hell. Luis Perez said, how would the 80-minute protest minutes work for the TV watchers? I don't think they're going to broadcast it.
It might be on Sky News, possibly, but I wouldn't bet on it.
looks pretty peaceful so far. Civilized.
We have to remember as well, it's all generations are there.
All
Kids,
generations.
women, young people, elderly people coming
Just-
together for the
I feel a bit
greater cause.
nostalgic because people that are not with us anymore, that's been part of this protest, passed away. Proud moment. Big up, brothers. Yours, the city is yours.
Are you fucking sure? The city is yours. Sell United! Sell United! Fuck off! Oh! 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 Sell United!
Very emotional scenes, but good, civilized. Fuck it. I'm closing this game. I'm taking my
Mate, can you just grab that mic for a minute?
Yeah, man.
Grab it, nice one.
Oh, big up, Narrative.
Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you so much, brother, too. All right. Guys, that was fresh from Narrative as well. From wow.
Brilliant.
I was on a show yesterday together with you, Jarvis, as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nuruddin is a passionate GlazersOut fan. You know, he has been broadcasting his channel for 2 years now, I think, and he told me that he was on the first protest 18 years ago. He was 16 years old.
Yeah.
So it's in his blood. He's been protesting these leeches for half his life. So
we had an earlier question actually from Luis Perez. How will the 18-minute protest work for TV watchers? Yeah, we answer that, but we will see. I don't know. I'm not on any TV streams. I'm not sure if Sky is reporting it. Is anyone watching it or?
Sky, no, I haven't switched it on yet. You'd assume that they will give a bit of coverage to it, all right, but I'd say your best bet is online, streaming online, on Twitter, to be honest. Just put in the hashtag GlazersOut.
Jarvis. Breaking news, Jarvis. We officially didn't get this lineup correct yesterday. Totally way out of line. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it. Break it.
Okay, you want it?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Can you
ready.
handle the truth? You can't handle the truth. A few good men, isn't it? Okay, so sit down. Are you sitting?
I'm sitting.
Okay, we have.
Sorry for cutting across you, guy. BN Sports are covering the protest properly.
Wow.
BN Sports.
I'm not allowed to show it right now.
It's good news.
Good news. Okay, we have Dahé in goal for sure. Brace yourself. Malacia, Shaw, Lindelof, Diego Dalot. Back four.
Okay.
Changed. Damn, no Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Casemiro, Eriksson, Sabitzer, Sancho, Bruno, and Rashford on top.
Okay.
Wow. And in the right-hand side, we have Alexander Moreno, of course, what we talked about, with Douglas Luiz as well. That's going to be an interesting battle. But it looks like the game is taking place then. And let me see. Let me throw out my... I'm allowed to say them IPTV.
Yeah, when you think about it, it's actually pretty smart starting Bruno on the right because I will expect us to have a siege.
The first thing I switch on is good evening. Hello?
Yeah.
The first thing I switch on the TV is beIN Sports and I see good evening.
Yeah.
We have to play a lot of good evening. Oh yeah, I can see it now. Protest on beIN Sports.
Yeah,
I like it. Good stuff. Good lads. And of course, being sports, being Qatari.
Yeah.
Of course. Of
Yeah.
course.
It's not
Doesn't make
Rupert
sense.
Murdoch.
Qatari owns being sport. Of course,
Yeah, they do indeed.
Yeah, it looks massive there. You have TV crews everywhere. God, I wish I could broadcast it. I can't. Yeah.
I'll see if the Norwegian channel will show something.
I could. I have. No, I can't. No, I cannot. I don't. Anyway, what am I worrying about? This is not monetized today. Eddie Howe. Howler. He's a freaking good manager, to be honest. But nothing about the 18 minutes as of yet. It's just looks like it's going on peacefully. Message been delivered.
Yeah.
Cool. So I guess everything will finish and we all go back and watching the game, I guess, because we need to support the boys as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
here, listen, Mick, it's been an absolute pleasure. And Jarvis,
yes, sir.
Great to meet you and all the rest, and hope to be on in the future. But I'm sure we'll be discussing later on Mick in the space. And
need more lyrics, whatever you mean, Richard. Do you want us to sing? yeah, I guess it's more of the pros. Listen, Killian, it's been an absolutely pleasure to meet you for the first time face to face.
Pleasure is mine, an honor.
Please come back anytime. Guys, anyone wants to come here, it's an open platform. We are a community. We have fans all over the world with real red passion, corazón, is what we say in heart.
Corazón.
Kiliano, very good to see you, sir. Speaking Italiano. Mickey Blue, I say goodbye. Thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you for being my co-host. Thank you for keeping me company. It's been sheer pleasure. Listen, mate, come back.
I'm sure
anytime.
We'll be speaking on the space later on anyway, pal.
Will do. Unless my divorce papers is on the table now.
You and me both, mate. But now, have a lovely day to yourself
too,
and Jarvis and the rest of the fans that were online during the space. And
guys, what's your score prediction at the end of the day, Killian?
Well, I'm going to go 3-1 United.
You're going with Ruby Classic 3-1. You make it confident. Yeah, 3-1. I usually go with 2-3-1 myself, but I think I have to stick Jarvis. So yesterday I said 2-1, right?
You did. My prediction is 1-0.
Get the 3 points.
Just get it. Come on.
I see pictures from the live broadcast, and Old Trafford looks half empty. So
half.
At least some of the fans are
I see it now. Half
minutes.
empty.
Doing the job. Good stuff. Right, go on, enjoy the game, guys. And
have a crack.
Let's hope today is a monumentous day etched in our history.
It's been.
Up the Reds.
Thank you, sir. Up the Reds.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Oh, sir. It's only you and me.
Yeah.
I've been keeping this Rolls-Royce hot seat way. And I'm just glad you came in, my friend. And if anyone wants to come in and have a say, the link is in the video description. If you want to come in and have a chat, I will just go into the YouTube link description, and you will see the chat coming in straight to the studio before we kill the stream. If the game goes on, what time is it supposed to start? 2 p.m. or what is it?
Yeah, 7 minutes.
7 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we end up doing a watch along, and I don't like that.
And Mick, people who's on Twitter, please come over to YouTube and join the live chat and
join the party.
And be a part of the protest.
Yeah, I'm still on the chat line. I think maybe they removed me as co-host. I need to see here. Oh no, I'm disconnected from there. No, I'm still there. Let me see.
It's going downstairs. I'll tell Jason that you got. Picked by apparently, is it correct? Am I correct in thinking half?
Everyone is calm now. Okay.
At the moment, anyway.
Yep. That's Schmig leading it. He's leading the lines there. I was supposed to broadcast the Twitter space as well, but I couldn't get to working for some reason. I had some technical issues, and while I was sitting there, I had 15 seconds delay. So it's like while I was talking to you, I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it, man. I'm not going to do it. Just going to check what's going on here. Is there anything else that's been posted on latest? I have to refeed. I was hoping that somebody could feed me the Jumbotron, to be honest. Jay Daly, yes, my friend, my Jay. I'm going to add you to this stream here. Brilliant, brilliant, Jay. Let's play this from Jay. It looks good. Looks like we're coming closer to Old Trafford there, right? All right. Cool. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Jay, for your contribution as well. We will not do a post-match reaction today, Jay. You already wrote me. You have your son's Christian. You know, something was brewing, but it's okay. As I told you today, Jay, my brother from another mother, my Irish brother from another mother, we are here to flex some muscles to get the Glazers out. And what a send-off we had! What a send-off we have! And now we're looking forward for a classical good game, right? It's to solidify that top four. Solidify that top four. Jarvis, I'm confident today. I don't think our boys will give it up today. I don't think so, sir. I don't think so. I mean, barring that the protest has been going limbs out and protesting, it's been rain, it's been horrible weather. Thousands of people came out to protest, and they're going to enter the stadium. Of course, it's going to be a little bit of empty the first 18 minutes.
Yeah,
for sure.
Hopefully.
But the boys just need to be strong to see that reinforcements, the cavalry is coming in after 18 minutes. Yeah.
I hope the staff on Old Trafford won't stop the protests and remove the flags. And you have seen on Twitter and stuff, they have been stopping them and taking away
that's bullshit.
GlazersOut things. So we need flags in every corner, and people should just use whatever to protest, because it's very important. This is the vital moment.
100%. I'm so proud of everyone that's came in here, supported us. We had way over 400 people in the chat line. I was by myself and just trying to navigate everything. I'm glad that you came in as well. I'm just so emotional at the moment. I cannot speak. The team is coming out. They are coming out. And with that notion, guys, I think we will give you back the day. The protest has been successful. The game is going on. There's still the 18 minutes. But as a consumer, as a passionate United supporter, I will give you back to watch the game, I guess. Or do you want to stay here to watch the protest still? I don't think it's going to be anything more. If you look at the stadium, it's half empty. I'm watching at beIN Sports 1 here. It looks empty.
It's working. It's working. Old Trafford is massive, so even if there's 50,000 people there, it will look like half full.
Yeah, well, Kabila is saying stadium is unfortunately full. No, it depends on what you're looking at. Maybe I was looking at Craven Cottage here. Yeah, oh God, I got trolled there. All of a sudden they showcased like Fulham in Craven Cottage, and that looks like half empty. Sorry. I'm looking at here, I'm looking at my screen there, but you know what? Oh, crap, wrong channel. beIN Sports 1 I have. What are they broadcasting? Oh.
Yeah, I'm watching on Viaplay, and they're bringing up the lineups. I can see the stadiums, but for me it looks like there's some empty seats, but they don't show the Stretford end. So I'm not sure, because that's where the hardcore fans is.
I got the Indian channel, Star Sports Selects. Sponsored by Byju's, Tata Motors. They have amazing commercials. So when they have Sunday night football, 𝒂𝒏𝒂𝒏. Cool. They're looking like they're playing 4-3-1. Cool.
Quick question, Mick. Do you think Sabitzer will start in the 10 or Bruno,
Yes.
or how will they do it?
Yeah, I think Sabitzer will start as number 10. We will see now. I'm just waiting. Who cares? Just get us over the line, score. Oh, wow. Here's our lineup. United starts with Casemiro. Wait, Fernandes plays on the right. Sabitzer. What? I don't understand. What happened to Anthony? So Fernandes playing as a right winger. Sabitzer, Casemiro, Eriksen. Cool. And Rashford in the middle. I don't understand. Do you?
Yeah, I see. Well, Sabitzer is in the 10 because he's taking the kickoff.
100%. All right, buddy. For everyone that's tuned in, it's time to go back to being a football consumer. But I'm so proud of everyone. Thank you for coming to Mufc Realist TV. Thank you for all the subscriptions. We see you. We hear you. We've been here for you. We are just a global fan-based community that came together for the final push. Let's hope so. Jarvis, I wish you a great football experience as well. Let's hope. Let's hope that Kylian's 3-1 will come through. But guys, like and subscribe. It's up to you, optional. But see you later. Bye for now. Thanks, Jarvis.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching Mufc Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.